welcome to the third round of the 2025 PDGA Professional Disc Golf World Championships presented by Discmania Disc, our final major of the year here in the heat of summer in Finland, of all places. I'm Madison Walker.
I'm Erika Stinchcomb. We're the two hot geese.
Honk, and we love it here in Finland. It has been a bit of a heat wave, but so many beautiful lakes around, and this course that we're playing today is stunning. We're watching Scoggins, Iida, Lehtomäki, Henna, Blomroos, and Silva, Saarinen attack this track.
You can see a very difficult course to get under par. Tying the hot round with Iida Nesse at 5 down yesterday to get onto lead card.
Let's start things out with this very difficult par 4. It usually plays in the top difficult holes of the day. At 700 feet, on paper it doesn't seem very far, but that's kind of a theme out here at the Monster. It's more about the difficulty of the shot shaping. That OB line all the way down the left side is what most players are worried about all the way to the green. The first shot is a tunnel with very dense shrubbery on the right side as well. You can blast one all the way through or start short.
This course is interesting because you can choose forehand or backhand on a lot of the tee shots, meaning we have no idea what Scoggins is going to do at any moment. Looks like throw a pure shot.
Yeah,
wow.
The babyest of flexes.
Next to tee, currently in second place in the competition with a score of 6 under par, representing Team Innova and Finland, Iida Lehtomäki.
Can you imagine being on lead card at Worlds at, is she 15 or 16? I keep getting different answers. Regardless.
Her birthday was probably coming up or was recently.
She is very young and has a very mature game, really clean form. Look at this start.
Like right off the tee, all the way through the gap, so far down there.
Farther than Scoggins, who's won everything, it feels like. It's crazy.
Teeing off next, currently in the third place in the competition with a score of 5 under par, the 5-time Finnish champion representing Team Innova and Finland, Henna Blomroos.
We watched Henna yesterday, not quite put it all together. Anything around even par out here is fine, but it's not going to get you the win at Worlds. Henna shooting 1 over, looking to improve today.
Henna also at home in Finland, performing in front of the home crowd.
Teeing off next, currently on 4th place in the competition with a score of 4 under par, the 2025 European Disc Golf Festival champion, representing Team MVP Disc Sports and Finland, Silva, Saarinen.
We have 3 Finns on this card.
That's really cool.
That is so cool.
As are those pants.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. That's pretty amazing.
I think this is this the inaugural orange pants, Silva?
I think I've seen orange shorts. She might have even done that yesterday, but I don't recognize these.
This is a whole vibe.
It's kind of a Halloween vibe, but I'm digging it. And Silva going to be early left, but not too deep in there. She should be able to recover a par, but yeah, is this the first forehand we've seen from her? Feels like it.
Yeah, we don't see very many. I think we saw a couple yesterday, but that was kind of Silva's miss this week, is just a teeny bit early. And thankfully she throws with that tiny bit of like Anheuser flex angle, so it works out a lot. But the Monster will really show you your errors. Here's Own with her second shot. This is just as difficult as the tee shot. It is a little bit wider down the fairway, but the trees are just placed so precariously that you find your disc accidentally hyzer skipping out of bounds right around circle 2 so often.
Yeah, just one of those ones that doesn't quite feel worth it to attack very hard. Although Silva really going for it with that one. What a beautiful flight.
Yep, she's not letting a par slip through her fingertips. This plate is the most difficult hole of the day today.
Oh, right off the rip.
Yep, yesterday was the second most difficult, but today It looks like we've got 60% of the field taking a bogey or worse. 20% with a double bogey or worse. And honestly, like, you just have to give yourself a lot of grace on hole one here. You can take a high number and just have to remember that a lot of people are also doing the same.
Just a reminder that there was a shuffling of the pool, so I believe we still have 44 in the pool playing at the Monster today, but going to be a different set of players.
Did we just kind of gloss over the fact that was that Ida's second shot in the bullseye?
Yeah, I
her
didn't
third?
think it was worth talking about, honestly. Like, whatever. We get it. She's good.
Yeah, pretty incredible.
She's just gonna come up here with all these veteran players and just birdie the hardest hole. That's something.
On first lead card at a major ever?
Gotta be.
It's
She doesn't
gotta
have
be.
enough years for that to not be true.
Silva with a bit of a miss here, just a little bit right. Gonna start the round out with a bogey, but no big deal. Again, hole one, most people are giving themselves a little bit of leg room to take an extra stroke. But going even par on the card is pretty incredible.
Yeah, some solid pars here, and then this is something special.
Wow.
Honestly, let's just cut that out and not watch it. Let's just gloss right over it.
That was
not a big deal.
It's not that big of a deal. Only birdie of the day on hole one.
Oh boy, I was looking at my phone, everyone. So sorry.
I told y'all in round one to keep an eye out for Iida. And here she is. We kept an eye out. She found us here on the lead card. I cannot wait to watch her attack the rest of this course.
Now a lot of eyes on her. Pretty crazy. Hole 2 is a par 3, 315 feet. It feels like you should just be able to throw a hyzer there, but this one tree on the right side is exactly in the line that you want to throw, so most women gonna go kind of tight inside line to try to get all the way up on this really beautiful green. You do see some kind of push around the tree, but then you end up on the deep side of the green. There is some OB deep and right of the pin. I think the most common mistake is just kind of pulling it too tight and hitting those left side trees. Okay, I'm gonna watch her this time.
Really nice height. And it looks like it's pushing forward.
Oh yeah.
She's on the green.
Pretty difficult to access that top tier. You're happy on that second level. Own throwing the lower hyzer line.
Erika and I were both on the Beast today, so we can't give as much insight into the wind as we would like, but there definitely were more windy conditions today than we've seen the last couple of competition rounds. We'll see if we can read some flags just like the competitors have to do.
I like to read their hair and clothes. Oh, nice shot from Henna.
It was much less humid today, much less dew on the ground, and just less swimming through the air like we were doing yesterday.
Yeah, it was pleasant out there. I wonder how the mosquitoes were, though.
I bet just as good.
Silva not quite up to that second tier. Own from circle 2.
And like Erika said, it's easy to get right here on the third tier down. Getting on the second, you're pretty excited about it. 33 competitors out of 44 got to circle 2 in regulation. Only 14 made it up into circle 1.
Silva from 12 meters or so, splash out left side. And a good conversion from Henna. We saw her struggle with some putts just a little bit shorter than that yesterday. That's a good way to get going. Iida gonna start birdie?
And a little bit of a tester putt there too, around 28 feet uphill.
Who is she?
A machine, I'm telling you. I've been telling Erika since I got to play with Iida
She really has.
in Norway that she's an absolute machine.
I've been hearing about it for weeks. It's nice to see the proof.
Yeah. Just the consistency is so impressive.
And with those 2 birdies, Iida's going to tie the lead.
A short par 3. It's only 276 feet, but the difficulty of the shot lies in the shape. You'll see a lot of backhand hyzer flips that hopefully get a little bit of a late flip. You'll see some very tight flex shots that skip on these little bits of mulch, and you see a lot of putts coming from deep circle 1 and circle 2 on the left side and short side of the green. It's really tough to get all the way up into the bullseye on this one. You could see forehands as well, but I feel like it's almost just a little bit too tight. But if you're willing to take a little bit off and give yourself a long putt, you could see some forehands as well. Iida with a mid-range up into circle 2.
All right, I was just looking at her stats because I needed to know more about her. She has won a DGPT Silver Series in Europe, but mostly her titles are in FJ15 and in FA1, so playing mostly amateurs. She has not played a whole lot of professional events.
But look how professional she looks.
It's crazy.
I mean, she just pulled out a mid-range on this hole. That's so professional.
It truly is. Own working that forehand, getting near the bullseye.
Own her own version of professional.
All confidence. Yeah. Strange shapes, but she believes in them.
And that's what matters most, I guess.
It really does.
A beautiful shot from Silva just outside the bullseye, getting that ground play off the mulch.
They're making it look like this is the easiest hole of the day.
They sure are. But it's not.
What?
I'm telling you, dude. I'm telling you. She's incredible.
What a smooth and powerful putt. Let's see it again.
Okay, this is our first turkey, right?
Oh, yeah. Good
Isn't
point.
it, of the
yes.
week?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we haven't seen more than 2. And she's just going to go boom, 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 right out the gate. First lead card appearance, 3rd round of Worlds.
Yeah.
I'm losing it.
I mean, that was just outside of 40 feet, too.
If you're watching this and you're like relaxed sitting on the couch, get up. Get hyped. Get on your feet.
I've been hyping her up for weeks.
And a nice birdie from Silva to get back to even par.
Only 11 birdies on hole 3.
And here's 3 of them. Henna, unfortunately, missing her birdie putt. That would have been a cool star frame.
Have we had a star frame yet? These courses
No.
just don't set up for stringing together birdies or star frame.
Yeah, it's extra special. Charity's really got to earn it this week.
Yeah, these are 2 of the hardest courses we've ever played for Worlds this year.
Ooh, Calvin, looking good today.
Calvin Heimberg.
Excuse me, sorry. Hey, oh, sorry. Excuse me. Hello. Hey. Thank you. A Nakwa. I'm looking for a Nakwa. Do you have one?
Hey, Germ, you can't cut in line.
My apologies. You may have noticed I just cut you in line. I'm just looking for a Nakwa.
A Nakwa? Here, use mine.
Got it. Thanks.
Hole 4, our first par 5, 860 feet. This is one where distance shots definitely have an advantage. If you can get past that tree we just zoomed so quickly past on the right, it sets yourself up to make this tunnel look a little bit bigger. On the second, you want to get as far as you can, ideally a little bit left, to then set yourself up for an approach shot to this nice wood chippy green. It's a really pretty putting area and doesn't really have as many obstructions as a lot of the greens out here. You see a lot of sidearms on the final approach. Evelina, what do you think? Going for eagle here?
She could be.
No, it looks like just a really good drive and a big second shot.
I don't ever want to be like, no, there's no way. 'Cause
Yeah.
of course Evelina would. But that was a huge second shot, but unfortunately it's hyzering way left into the shul. She's got a straight look at it.
Oh, wow, what a powerful looking forehand. Oh, come on.
Get out
I
of
was
here.
joking.
That looked really casual too. Like almost like she pulled it out of her pocket, which is like, yeah, I guess I'll just maybe flick something up there.
Give her a go. Gives a little thumbs up.
God.
Never count the champ out.
More Evelina cam.
I don't know. I think all the cameras need to stick on Iida.
Yes. And just a picture perfect little pushing hyzer shot way down the fairway.
That's that tree I was mentioning in the flyover. Anything past that means it is a big shot. I'm gonna work the flex with her trusty flippy destroyer. Good distance. A little on the right than you see most land, but I think that's fine. I haven't really looked at it over there.
Silva working that left side of the fairway as well. The more I play this hole, the more I realize that if you don't have huge distance, it's super important to land left and set yourself up for a hyzer finishing shot on your second.
Ooh, this looks like a nice big shot from Henna.
She does not have to worry about where in the fairway she's going. She's way down there.
Man, I'm so glad there was a camera on Evelina for that eagle throw in.
That was so cool.
Yeah. Yeah, really tucked, even more than I thought. And pushing towards the opposite side of the rough, but fades just in time as she does. Classic Own.
She's got about, what, 340 to the green from there?
Yeah.
Maybe a little more than that.
Full power drive for
Yeah.
sure. And this is a pretty common play, just taking maybe a tiny bit off and making sure you're center cut on the second.
Yeah, the rough is so rough on both right and left side with those prickly fir trees that you don't want to mess around in.
Yeah, they're painful. And even if you're a little short, you'll at least save a par. Who is this girl?
I know, dude. It's so good. It's so pretty.
Just lacing these fairways.
Mm-hmm. So much control over her discs.
Ooh, Henna trying to work the hyzer flip and is going to get caught up on that left side.
That seems to be kind of a favorable little kiss off of that fir tree. She might have even made it out to a grassy area. We'll see what she has to work with.
See if Owen can access the green here with her forehand. It's good power.
Super good power. Wow. Own never ceases to amaze me with how far she can throw forehands.
Right?
She's what, just inside the circle right there?
Yeah, probably. Just a step in. Little uphill, but I bet she's good for it.
Silva a little pinched off to the right. This is where she was the last time she played this course, and she threw a beautiful shot to the green.
Just like this.
Yeah, wow.
Right next to Owen.
Henna is able to swing.
Huh. It's not even bad over there. It's like a secret safe
A
area.
little cove.
Ooh, love a little cove.
Henna, bullseye hit again.
Bullseye
Iida.
from the cove, if you will.
Iida with an eagle look. She's outside circle too, but she's still putting. A lot of power there on that jumper.
4 in a row? I just can't.
What a nice hit from Silva Saarinen to get 2 in a row. We were ranting and raving about that yesterday.
2 in a row is hard.
2 in a row is great.
I mean, again, the best scores yesterday were 5 down, and then 2 down was the next best one, something like that. Like, there were not that many under par rounds. So to see this many birdies so early, people are fighting today.
Yeah, own 2 in a row as well. Iida, 4 in a row, and our first regional bird.
Oh,
Isn't it?
Yes, continental bird.
Yes, we are gonna go with the Whooper Swan. It is the Finnish national bird. We've been lucky enough to see 3 of them this week. I was told they were rare, but I don't know.
We've seen them all over.
We've just inhabited a lot of lakes this week. So congratulations, Iida, on your Whooper Swan.
From the geese.
From the
love
geese.
the geese.
With love.
With love, yes. And our first star frame, so $50 to Edge. Just a whole lot happening on hole 4.
Hole 5, another challenging par 4. The tee shot really sets the tone for the rest of the hole. Ideally, you get past this corner of trees and maybe finish a little bit to the right, but mostly you're just trying to avoid going out of bounds deep or early. If you do get into the open, you have room for a big second shot, but you're not going to see many players getting up to the green for a birdie. This one, I don't think had a birdie in the first round we played out here. Unless you've got a really special roller that can potentially get up to the green, this one just doesn't really set up for the FPO distance on the second shot.
We saw the lead card struggle with this tee shot yesterday. Iida probably just gonna land in the perfect spot and then get the first birdie of the tournament. Okay,
Yeah.
She's in the woods a little.
Yeah, that one just didn't quite get enough turn. Kind of glad though, because I think she might have found OB deep, but some nice power. She's gonna have to throw a standstill here, and it's not you're not super mad about that because this is most FPO players are looking at par here.
And Own demonstrating that you really have to have a ton of power to clear that corner with the forehand. She gets just far enough to be able to at least get a par. She might be able to get some kind of long look from there.
Even with players that have that right finishing shot dialed like Silva and like Henna, this is a really scary shot because if you get any finish at all, it's too easy to find OB deep. And once you go out of bounds off the tee, it's I want to say impossible to recover the birdie. It just takes a 400-foot shot to a well-guarded green.
Henna, fortunate to catch a couple branches and slow her down before entering the dark forest.
It might be more than 400.
It's very far.
It's very, very far. Here's Silva's second, just working around the corner and trying to get that nice right finish.
Yeah, she's, 100 feet away?
Yeah.
At least. Yeah, 400 easy.
Henna in the hottest spot on the heat map. Everyone lands under those branches right there.
It's practically lava.
She overturns that just a little bit, but that is absolutely fine. Iida gonna show us a forehand here. Little standstill.
Okay, she would just have like a really beautiful forehand too.
Buttery.
Come on.
Effortless distance. Own forced to do a patent pending to get out of the rough just a teeny bit. Speaking of smooth.
Well managed.
That's great. So apparently 2 competitors got to circle 1 in regulation.
Believe it when I see it.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome.
That is so awesome. 2 players to circle 1 in regulation out of 44. Only 8 got to circle 2. You can see some pretty high level shots here from our lead card and no one quite able to crack that circle 2 boundary.
Perfect upshot from Iida. And from Henna.
So many trees.
Yeah, definitely the most guarded green of the tournament.
Thankfully, it's guarded really close to the basket.
And our lead car doing a really good job on this one today.
Yeah, just breaking it up into manageable sections.
Did those 2 circle hits result in some birdies?
Nope.
Aww.
Yeah, no birdies today on hole 5. It played as the 4th most difficult hole of the day.
And this is the last time we will be here, so just no birdies on the tournament. So we'll just leave that information with you and the tournament director and course designer.
We do like some longer par 4s every once in a while, but there are a plentiful amount of them this tournament. If that's what you like, you're ecstatic playing these courses.
Love a hard 1 par. Man, lead card really lighting it up.
Yeah. Moving into hole 6.
Yeah, I don't even want to call this, it's an ant mountain. It's not really a mound. It's so tall. A par 3, 318 feet. If you can get it kind of on the base of the mound, you're pretty happy because then you can lay up to that slightly flatter left side. If you do not land close and have to do some sort of approach, it is very difficult to get your disc to stick. You can see how this can turn into a 3 or even a 5 putt. We saw Cat Merch struggle with it yesterday. Just put it close, ideally. Usually a backhand turning shot. Oh, it's perfect.
So good. So good.
She just doesn't get nervous or what? She looks so relaxed.
So comfortable. So controlled. Own,
It's so cool.
own with a little more height on it. But taking just a little, maybe throwing a slower speed disc here. She's going to have a very interesting second shot. You think she's going to go for it?
I was just going to ask. I'll take the dollar bet either way. You choose.
I think she's going for it.
Okay. I think that was a destroyer from Own. Silva really overturning her disc and gonna find that grouping of trees. Might be kind of awkward.
Can't quite tell what the wind is doing here. It does look like I could see Silva's hair blowing a little bit.
And a nice shot from Henna. I think Henna, I bet she lays up.
Yes. I think it would.
I think Own's the only one crazy enough to go for it, in other words.
But Own's closer too. I feel like where Henna is, like at edge of circle, not a lot of players running that putt, especially right at the steepest point of the mound. Here's Silva from the rough.
Just laying up, and it looks like it sticks. She thinking about it? She lays up. Dollar to me.
And look at her soul die just a little bit.
Just it. She's embarrassed.
One of the scariest layups in the world. Iida looking like she's going to run this thing.
Yeah. She gives a little fist bump, which is so funny on like a 20-footer.
Yeah.
But you saw that was 3 huge steps uphill. Oh,
And
cool.
honestly, worth it because that was one of only 3 birdies
Wow.
on hole 6. No one's going for it anymore. They've realized it's maybe just not worth it.
Check out this angle.
It's still a tie for the 5th most difficult hole of the day, but it's only averaging a third of a stroke over par today. The FPO field really minimizing the errors by probably choosing to lay up a lot more often.
Yeah, everyone getting into trouble.
Yeah.
In the first round, and it was
They
like,
said,
okay, whoa.
never doing that again.
Yep. And Iida gonna take the solo lead with that 5 down already through 6.
What's going on, guys? Hold My Bag just launched the greatest disc golf fantasy game in the universe.
Hold My Bag just dropped the best fantasy disc golf game the planet has ever seen.
I want to tell you guys about the newest disc golf fantasy game on the market.
One of my favorite parts is the Hold My Bag. This is something that we started doing, and it's actually a lot of fun.
Hole 7, a gettable par 4, but with two of the highest level shots you can imagine. This tee shot is very difficult to get around the corner, but that is the way if you're trying to go for the green on the second. But even if you don't quite get around the corner, it's a reachable distance for everybody in the field, but just look at all the out of bounds. The pond is inside the bullseye on the right side. The OB deep and left is at the circle's edge. So you can't really come in hot with any sort of hyzer angle at all, or you're asking for a skip. We will see players go for this birdie, but it did play us the second most difficult hole of the day. It's one of the first holes and one of the only holes on the course where we have roped OB all the way down the left and right hand side for a majority of the fairway. That's very much a theme at the Beast, but out here at the Monster they rely on the natural OB of the woods a lot more. So all of a sudden you're back out here in a gauntlet style hole.
Thinking about your choices.
Thinking about every angle of your disc. Owen going to trickle OB right, and she's going to be pinched off for that second shot as well. I like a backhand mid-range here. You can see Silva trying to work a hyzer up the right side. She trickles some trees, but thankfully sticks before the out-of-bounds line on the right. Like Owen, though, she will be pinched, and that second shot's going to be a little difficult.
I think especially for the backhand. I guess it depends. I think like a forehand spike hyzer can be really useful there. Oof. Henna going to go deep OB on her drive. But she's in a better spot to potentially go for it if she's feeling crazy. Very technical backhand here.
And that's on knowing the course.
Yeah.
Because that is not a blind shot that many players would attempt. She's in one of the skinniest parts of the fairway and throwing completely blind turnover shot. Wild.
Really impressive.
So impressive from Silva.
Yeah, I think this is the more common play.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, she's going to go deep OB this time.
Oh, no.
Yeah, requires more of a spike.
And she's going to, again, be in a weird spot, pinched off on the corner, not really setting herself up for a good angle to get to the green. It'll be a really technical shot to save bogey.
Iida throwing a Champ Mako 3 off the tee and now going to drive the green. And I think she's safe. Give her the green. Dang.
Aww.
Putting for par, though, from somewhere around circle's edge, it looks like.
Love the risk she took there. She was in a perfect place.
Looks like Henna's also going to go for it. Not quite as good of an angle. She has to put this up really high and spike in. Bullseye.
Oh my gosh, that's so good.
What a recovery.
Man, she just flashed chains. I kind of want to watch that one again. Dang it.
If you're at home, watch it again for us.
Yeah, rewind.
Think of us while you do it.
Tell us how close it was to the chains. Oh, just forced to pitch out. She's not even able to get to a putting area.
And kind of the first time this round that we've seen the teeth of the monster and how strokes just stack up.
Silva really playing it close to that out of bounds area on the edge of the bullseye. What a great little touch shot.
On with a little forehand chip shot. A good play. The more I think about it, the more I like that forehand approach.
Mm-hmm.
Iida to save par. Come on!
Robot.
Is she gonna win Worlds?
No, dude, no thoughts, just disc golf. It's incredible. And she's alongside one of the best players in the world, taking a triple bogey on the second most difficult hole of the day. There was only 3 birdies. I know Iida has the OB stroke, but she played the hole in 3 shots.
Right. Amazing.
No one else is doing that. I'm going to shout out those 3 birdies. Maria Christina Dottir from Iceland, Rachel Turton from the UK, and Kristina Jersikova from, I believe she's from the Czech Republic, if I remember correctly. Some really, really impressive birdies.
Checking in with Ella Hansen, who is even on the round after a kind of a slower start on the tunnel hole. Gets a lot of love to land center cut, but still pretty deep in circle 2. Wow, what a putt from Ella. Usually at that distance, she's stepping them. That was great. That's to move 1 under par. That's a highlight. Very difficult hole to birdie.
Yeah, there will not be many of those.
This is nuts. After that triple bogey, Iida has a 4-stroke lead. Whoa.
All of a sudden.
Here it is, the par 3 Ella just birdied 387 feet, but so tight you really can't work much of a shot shape to get all the way down there. So the best drives tend to land in circle 2, very difficult to get all the way to circle 1. The left-hand side has kind of a casual relief area and a really just wet ditch over there.
It is a muddy, muddy bog.
It's rough.
You can go up to shin deep. It's impressive how hard it is to find footing in there.
Both sides are bad, though.
Iida with the wise mistake here, missing to the right side.
Yeah, it's slightly better over there. But I don't know, if you catch one of those trees and kick too far right, nothing.
Well, there's like a secondary fairway. If you go far right enough.
Well, what's right in the middle of the 2?
A bunch of fir trees.
Yeah.
It's funny to watch players attack so differently today. Oh, actually, Henna's with the same game plan, trying to flip something up the left side. It is a riskier play, but look at her go.
How does she get all the way through most of that? That's crazy.
I kind of thought Owen would go forehand here.
So obviously it's a backhand. And that's going to fade into that left side, but most of the way down there. This is a weird one. You see a lot of the field kind of taking some off, maybe throwing a slower speed disc, just trying to stay in the middle and take the par, just because there's so few birdies. And look at what Iida's having to deal with. A skip forehand and honestly an amazing recovery shot. And she's obviously going to can that because she can't miss.
That was definitely on purpose, right? Like
I think so.
It looked like it.
It sure looked like it. Let's give it to her.
Silva with a nice approach inside the circle.
It is what we say it is.
Yeah.
On purpose.
You have to believe us.
Own daintily from the bog.
Yeah, trying to take just a little tiptoe there, put most of the weight on the back foot. Throwing with all arm and still really nice touch. She's going to be on the deep side of circle 1.
Too much arm. Henna with a window to go patent pending backhand. Just kind of flings it like a catch disc. That's perfect.
No players were able to find circle 1 in regulation. Only 2 finding circle 2 in regulation. So
she's got this, right?
I mean, we've watched her make them all day.
Okay. Okay.
Just a little low on the cage. What a good line.
All right. After an hour of watching Iida, that's the first proof I've seen she can make a mistake.
Oh.
What a putt.
What a par. And really great bounce back mental attitude after that pretty brutal triple bogey. Owen doing what she does best, letting confidence win.
And work in the crowd.
Work in the crowd. 70% of the field parring this hole. Ella Hansen was the only birdie of the day.
And 3 pars on the 8th is solid.
And you can see it continues to be a theme that being under par is a feat out here. It looks like only the top 5 are under par overall. Wow. Here's hole 9, 350 feet and a big turning shot the whole way. You can throw a forehand as well, but it's kind of a sacrifice for a par. It is a little bit safer, but the backhand's really the only thing that's going to get you up onto the putting green. Surprising how many discs that one middle tree can catch. Also, you'll see people erroring to the left side deep and to the right side in that grouping of trees you can see short. Silva has had this shot dialed. That's definitely overturned. It gets some ground play, and I don't think she's even quite to circle 2.
Yeah. Fine for par. Henna parked this yesterday, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Really pretty shot.
A little bit more inside from Silva's line.
Gets lucky through that last grouping of trees. Don't get me wrong, that is pretty perfect. It was just slightly more perfect yesterday, but she's still going to find the circle
That's
regardless.
kind of one of the plays of this hole, though. Get lucky through those trees.
Oh, yeah. Honestly, like most good-looking backhand shots need to get lucky through those trees.
Own with a nice big turning shot as well, but like her disc do, they want to just finish at the end.
She can't help but flex.
Yeah, and it does flex. We'll see what she has to work with. Sometimes it can be tough to get up and down from the rough on that side. Iida just a little early as well.
Most of the way there. Not quite as lucky through the trees. Silva with a wide open look at it. Like 30 meters away.
Only 3 competitors were able to get to circle 1 in regulation, while only 15 getting to circle 2. This green's just a hard one to get to.
And that was pretty well done. Those are small gaps.
Yeah,
Iida definitely going to have to make a putt, though.
I like that Iida didn't try anything silly to get aggressive and get closer to the basket. She's just trusting her putt and putting something out onto the green.
How is she so mature?
I know. I wouldn't have done that when I was 16, I'll tell you that.
Do you think it's like some sort of machine where she's like lived a bunch of lives, but she in her mind?
Yeah, because
that's my best guess.
If not, she would have thrown a forehand roller there, no doubt. Nice line, nice power, just a little to the right side of the basket.
Own with a little bit of a tester, but we know she's good for that. Nice par.
Henna from 20 feet.
Kind of that distance where sometimes she can struggle.
Where we all can struggle.
Oh, for sure.
Oh. Gonna have a little bit shorter of an attempt on the way back.
Yeah, I just mean sometimes it's easier. For some reason, the longer ones, sometimes it's easier just to commit to those.
Yeah, she does look more comfortable on the long putts. They come out with a little bit more pop.
Yeah.
A nice comeback putt from Iida. Very professional.
Henna from just a little bit closer jams that one.
There were only 2 birdies on hole 9 today. Amanda Lennartson and Jennifer Allen finding the 2. This is a long par 3 that I still think that I really like. I think it's a fun challenge.
Yeah, I think it's a good hole. Iida still with the hot round at 3 down through 9, even with a couple of bogeys, which is crazy. Henna
still with the 2-stroke lead as well.
Yeah. Henna and Own gonna be tied. Silva hanging on to 4th. Looks like Kat March, Ella Hansen having good rounds at 2 under, but not very many women under par for the entire tournament. These are tough courses.
Kristina Jersikova from the Czech Republic, one of the only players under par in the top 20. We see Missy Gannon and Yulia Fors also putting together something, but other than that...
Oh, Allie Smith, 3 down. Hot round so far.
Awesome.
Moved up a bunch of spots. Very nice.
But that's kind of the what we're dealing with out here at both the Beast and the Monster. Some of the hardest Worlds courses we've ever played. We have 9 more holes to hopefully watch a lot more birdies. Come hang out with us on the back 9 as we are halfway through the World Championships. I'm Madison Walker.
I'm Erika Stinchcomb. We're the 2 hot geese.
Honk.
Honk. Oh, also subscribe. We're so close to 500,000.
On YouTube.
On YouTube.
Where you're watching right now.